Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. Wanted to talk for a second about ego and how our ego, or at least my ego, tends to get in the way of just being who I'm supposed to be. And I mean, I guess that kind of sounds like an oxymoron, but when I'm looking out for number one, when I'm looking out for myself, I oftentimes will basically create a narrative in my head that paints me as the main character, paints me as being right, rarely wrong, and that's a problem, obviously. Now, as a store manager, I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but anyway, you kind of have to have a little bit of ego when dealing with different personality types and that kind of thing, but you still have to kind of listen to what your employees say and take everybody's opinions into consideration. And it's not just about you, but it's about you all together as a team that accomplishes whatever the goal is for the store. I guess it's that way in any business setting, any work environment. That's kind of the way it has to be. But when it comes to marriage, that's when the ego really just wreaks havoc, and it causes all kind of problems. And it's done that with me. I've been married 16 years, and I guess we're 17. We're coming up on 17 this year, 17 in December, and it's not been easy. And I think I've made some videos about it before, about how marriage is literally the most difficult thing that you could ever do. And my recommendation is very similar to what Paul says in the scripture, that hey, if you can help it and remain faithful to the Most High without getting married, then that's probably the best thing to do, because then you're not as a husband, as a father, there's additional responsibility. There's things that you have to do in those roles that a single man does not have to do. He does not have to be the spiritual leader in his home. He does not have to be a protector for a spouse. He does not have to be a protector for his children. He does not have to be a provider for others in that sense. Now, I'm not saying any of that's bad, but what I'm saying is that your focus, your mindset shifts to sometimes unhealthy ways of looking at the world and looking at things through a lens that that you are those things, that you are something that you've really been kind of sucky at, and you haven't, and I think I'm a good dad. I think I'm a good husband most of the time, and that's probably a problem in itself, that I would even think that I'm somehow good, or somehow doing the right thing in my relationship with my wife. But even that, like, again, it kind of goes back to some of what Paul says in the scriptures, where he talks about the old man dying, the man that the man of sin, I guess, that still is in us because we have these meat suits, these flesh bodies that do look out for themselves, and having that cross to bear, dying to self daily. And I think dying to self daily means literally slaying your ego daily, because that's the only way you're gonna make it. And I mean, that's just it's very, very hard to do. Something that just if you're not focused on it, if you're focused on work, if you're focused on whatever, the 20 million things you've got to get done that day, and you get caught up in those things, and you're not taking a second to look at things from other people's viewpoints, and just humbly, like, reflecting on, like, hey, was I a good husband today? Did I ask my wife how her day was? Did I tell her she looked beautiful when I walked in the door? Did I stop for a second to consider anyone else in the house when I walked in the door? And if you're not doing those things, then you're not killing yourself daily, or killing your ego, I should say. And that's what has to happen in order to really understand what Christ was talking about, what Paul was talking about, and even what Peter was talking about to some degree. Just allowing the Spirit of the Most High to dwell within you and to manifest His work, His good, because His good is the only good that's supposed to be in us. Because if I'm honest, I would always look out for number one. I would always look out for myself if it was just me in a material world, in a material sense of the ego. And again, that's a problem. But the solution is dying to self, is allowing yourself to be wrong even when you're right, if that makes sense. But anyway, I probably won't post this. I don't know if I'll post it or not. Maybe I will. But it's just really just me reflecting on the way home, just thinking and trying to be in the right mindset, walking in the door today. And sorry I hadn't been around, hadn't made any videos in a while. I actually been getting back into some stuff here lately, and just have been really distracted with a lot of things going on, work and all kind of stuff, and just would love to get back on here and just have my therapy sessions. Anyway, take care, guys. God bless.